Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Welcome to the show. Continuing up, having a wonderful day on this 24th July 2025. It is extremely hot outside, but we're gonna have a good day. So I'm gonna call my father first because I need to ask him a question.
Allô, oui.
Salut, ça va bien?
Oui, toi?
Oui, ok, c'est bon.
Je pense que la chose ça vient juste d'arriver.
Oh, nice.
Un peu, je sais pas. Comment ça se fait, sauf que ça parle en même temps que je te réponds. Allô?
Oui.
Est-ce que tu entends
L'écho?
La voix?
Oui.
C'est bien bizarre, parce que quand que je suis sur YouTube et que je te parle,
Hein?
ben, tu entends qu'est-ce qui se passe sur YouTube.
Ben, c'est un peu bizarre, mais c'est pas grave, là. Je sais pas j'ai pas que t'écoutes, là. C'est étrange.
Et comment ça s'est passé, toi, aujourd'hui?
Hey, belle journée. Journée, sincèrement, là. Ça fait un méchant bout que j'ai pas eu d'inspiration comme ça.
Non.
Fait que ça va bon, mais en même temps, c'est pas une des journées les plus chaudes.
C'est la même chose aujourd'hui, là.
Ouais. Mais à part de ça, hey, je t'avais une question.
Oui.
As-tu checké un peu le site que je t'ai envoyé?
Oui,
Hey, il va faire des films,
mais-
c'est qu'à samedi.
le samedi.
Ils vont faire des
Oui,
films.
parce que il y a plusieurs activités. Il y a le mercredi,
Ouais.
et il y a d'autres choses aussi.
Ouais. Fait que c'est quand même le fun, là. C'est vraiment, mais vraiment bien, là.
Pour relâcher, mais oui, mais c'est sûr que pour les gens de la Chine, c'est bien. Là.
Pour le reste, garde. Nous, on a été chanceux, là. Garde l'ancien maire, il a sûrement volé plein d'argent, là. Puis t'as peu de temps qu'on profite de ça, nous aussi, là, tu sais. Hey, j'ai une question pour toi. Je suis venu changer mon bike aujourd'hui. Parce que qu'est-ce qui est arrivé? Hier, j'étais allé au spectacle comme je t'ai dit. Oui?
Tu m'as dit qu'est-ce qui s'était passé?
J'ai dit j'étais au spectacle comme je t'ai dit hier.
Oui, ben oui.
Après ça, quand j'ai vu que ça n'allait pas durer, je suis allé jusqu'à Dorval, puis j'ai voulu tester ma batterie.
Et pareil.
Ouais.
OK?
Fait que là, je suis revenu, mais j'en ai eu jusqu'à le parc Carignan,
Quand même.
quand même.
Est-ce que tu as compté le kilométrage que tu as fait?
Non, malheureusement.
Est-ce que tu as un comptage?
Non.
Ça n'est pas.
Non.
Ça va pas te donner un bon indice.
Ouais, mais oui et non, mais j'ai une idée pour toi. Toute la distance que j'ai faite en bike,
Oui.
c'est tout filmé.
Ah, OK.
De A à Z. Fait qu'est-ce que tu fais? C'est que tu fais le montant total.
Oui.
OK? Tu calcules, bon, ben, combien c'est de kilomètres heure? Ou
Oui.
combien ça dure? Fait que si j'ai 5 heures de vidéo de bicycle,
Oui.
je peux savoir, OK, ben, c'est tel kilomètre.
OK.
Tu comprends?
Et
Ça fait du sens? Non, mais je te dis le chiffre comme ça, là. Je te dis le chiffre comme ça, pas
Ah,
pas
OK.
5 heures. Ben, en fait, c'est peut-être, je te dirais, 2h30, 3h?
Parce que le temps que tu arrêtes sur place, puis que tu...
Oh, mais c'est pas juste ça. C'est pas juste ça.
sur un spectacle ou quelque chose.
Mais c'est ça aussi. C'est pas juste ça.
La batterie ne marche pas là.
Combien de temps j'ai fait sans batterie? Combien de temps j'ai fait manuellement?
OK.
Tu comprends? C'est ça aussi. Mais j'allais pas chercher ma bicyclette aujourd'hui. J'avais le transformeur, j'avais pas la prise au mur.
Mais comment tu faisais pour la charger?
Toi, comment tu fais pour la charger, toi?
Ah! Ta bicyclette?
Oui.
Ben, tout est dans le sac.
OK. Le transformeur, là,
Oui.
pour le brancher au mur, c'est où, ça?
Mais tout est dans le sac.
OK. Parfait.
On regarde le sac qui est là.
J'ai pas vu.
C'est parce que je l'ai débranché pour que ça prenne moins de place dans le sac.
OK, parfait.
Mais c'est ça.
Parfait. Là, j'ai trouvé ton affaire que tu m'avais demandé pour ton transformeur pour la trottinette.
OK?
C'est pas une mauvaise nouvelle, mais c'est pas une bonne nouvelle non plus, là. Je pensais que j'aurais eu, tu sais, le chargeur à la trottinette. Je pensais que ça marcherait, mais ça marche pas.
Sur ton vélo?
Ouais.
Ah non, mais ça doit pas être le même nombre de voltage.
Et voilà, puis c'est pas le même embout. T'as l'embout
pas le même embout?
Non, l'embout, c'est la même grosseur, c'est toute la même chose. L'embout l'embout du bike, c'est une croix.
Ah!
L'embout de la trottinette, puis du skate, c'est un cercle.
Oui.
Parce que
Et ton vélo aussi, parce que je l'ai chargé en haut aussi.
avec le chargeur qui est dans la boîte.
Oui.
Moi, je veux le chargeur que j'avais avant.
Non, mais il prend son vrai chargeur.
Ben oui. Non, mais ça aurait pu être le fun, tu sais. Admettons, tu gardes. Admettons, combien de fils que tu as de chargeur type C?
Ouais, mais il faut. Parce que comme j'ai remarqué que ton boîtier, là,
Oui.
ton transformateur, il est beaucoup plus petit pour le vélo que pour.
Beaucoup.
Beaucoup plus petit, là, oui.
Ouais, mais ça, je pense que c'est plus pour le voyage, c'est pour ça.
Ah, non, ça, c'est bien, je sais pas.
C'est quand, en tout cas, fait que.
Tout est dans le sac.
Pas de stress.
Les outils.
Yes. La clé, pis tout. Mais c'est parfait.
Les 2 clés.
OK. Fait que je vais te laisser là-dessus.
Oui.
Passe le temps, passe une journée.
Ben, c'est bon. Excellent.
Puis, regarde, je t'aurais vu demain, sauf que demain, il va pleuvoir comme un maudit.
Ah oui? Je sais pas.
Ben, il annonce.
Ah, j'ai aucune idée.
Ouais, il annonce beaucoup.
Ah.
Il annonce beaucoup.
OK.
Qu'est-ce que tu as pensé pour Jacob?
Ben, t'en ai parlé hier.
OK.
Regarde, qu'est-ce qu'il fait encore avec lui? Il y en a d'autres.
Agence. Il va falloir que j'aille chez Ramstad.
Ben oui, regarde, écoute, lui, là, tu travaillais pas jamais avec lui.
Non. Puis là, qu'est-ce qui est arrivé, c'est que la fille là, que je t'ai parlé pour le CGE,
Oui.
elle m'a jamais parlé de date pour même voir ce que les cours qui m'intéresseraient. Fait que là, j'ai besoin d'attendre la date pour voir les cours qui m'intéresseraient. Après ça, j'ai à attendre le nombre de semaines avant que ça commence.
OK.
C'est bien d'âge, là.
Ah ouais, mais.
Ouais, ton YouTube, il joue fort pas.
Ben là, il est plus dessus, là.
Ben, il jouait fort.
Bon, ouais, mais là, il est plus dessus. J'ai trouvé le. Si je l'enlève, je l'entends plus.
OK, parfait. Fait que c'est bon, fait qu'on sait. Oh, en passant, je sais pas si ça t'intéresse encore. Tu te rappelles quand j'étais jeune? On écoutait MasterChef Australia.
Oui.
C'est sur YouTube.
Ah, OK.
Hey,
Parfait.
des saisons.
Il y en a tellement, Stéphane. Il y en a.
Tu sais pas, des saisons, je te le jure, saison 4, là. C'est 70. Papa, tu me croiras jamais. C'est 70 épisodes.
Ah, Seigneur.
Papa, 1 heure chaque.
Wow.
Je te dis. Mais
Ah,
ça en anglais.
À un moment donné, on avait commencé à l'écouter, mais là, ça a sorti d'autres.
Ben oui. Mais en fait, qu'est-ce que
après ça, au Québec ici, il a fait aussi. À un moment donné, ils prenaient des artistes. À un moment donné, ils ont pris des jeunes enfants. Des familles.
Ouais, mais papa. Quand il y a quelque chose qui marche, c'est qu'ils vont le refaire, là.
Ah, c'est ça.
Ils vont puiser toute la sauce, là. Jusqu'à temps que le pot soit fini, là, tu sais. Mais là, tu sais, l'autre fois, là, l'affaire là, de Hyper Talentueux, là, l'affaire de police. Tu sais, la bonne femme est enceinte, là.
Oui.
Ça a l'air pas pire, ça.
Ouais, mais là, c'est ça, c'est rendu à la 2e ou 3e saison.
OK, parfait. C'est affecté. Fait que je te laisse parce qu'il y a qui vont faire du bruit dehors, OK?
OK, c'est bon.
Bye, pap.
OK, ça va.
Oh. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. We're doing more, having a wonderful day on this 23rd July 2025. When I say 23rd, I mean 24th July 2025. Yes, I wasn't sure. This is the first video of the day. So this is a little bit of an intro. We did a lot of work already. Today is a very, very, very busy day because I got so much in my mind. I'm so motivated to make some videos. So yeah. And of course, it is the warmest day of the week. So I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Oh, I gotta answer too. I gotta answer you. And you. Fuck, I forgot. Don't blink, it's your boy Yang Coco Show. Doing well, because we're having a wonderful day on this 24th July 2025. Today is a day where we're going to be making a lot of content because I am very excited. So, without further ado, let's freaking start. It's gonna be hot, guys. It's gonna be very hot, so it's gonna definitely have some problem. Oh. Should break. Don't blink, it's just blinking. Welcome to the show. Considering why, guys are having a wonderful day on this 23rd, 24th, 25th July. 25th is the 24th, but I felt inclusive today. This is what did we eat today as a sort of building trust with you guys, as a sort of I want to establish a relationship where you see what I'm eating. If I lose the weight, you can see, okay, well, this is meal that are good to eat. So today we're doing something special. We are doing a non-meal. Outside it is very, very warm. Like it's a kind of like heat wave. It's 36 degrees. Now, when you're me digesting, when you eat a lot, when you're a fat fuck, eating takes a lot of energy for digestion. So we're gonna go with small meal. We already had a piece of banana breads from Mrs. Kiki Reichi. I'm gonna have 2 of these Greek yogurts, right? So these are gonna be 90 calories per thing. So there's 2. That's 180. 180. We have 2 pieces of bread. I would say 100 each. That's 480. I'm gonna have this whole thing of prime bite. But what we're doing is we're freezing them. So this is delicious. This is 125. It is 110 calories per 30. 125 is about 3 times, so 410. We are at 890. And then for the pièce de résistance, I'm gonna have this as a general meal, the whole thing. Garden cocktails. This I bought it during the pandemic. It is calories. It is 45 per 250. So this is around 2 liters. It is 189, but I feel better saying it's 2 liters. So this is times 8. So you're doing 45 times 8, which is 360. So we're gonna be having 1,300 calories today, around. So this is pretty much my meal. Now, of course, I'm gonna do myself a large bottle of water with some quench. Some quench is 10 calories, so 40. And during the night, I'm possibly gonna be doing some Crystal Lights. So it's gonna be another 10 calorie. So pretty good day for losing weight. It is too hot to to train. It is too hot to go on bike. So I have to eat a little bit less. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Sometimes I feel like I could break. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. I'm just doing well, having a wonderful day on this lovely 24th July 2025. Today is a warning. Today I woke up very, very, very creative, but it's a bad ADHD day where things are a little bit foggy. So most of that you're gonna see today are either gonna be extremely inspirational or extremely confusing. If I had to guess, I would say a little bit of each. So on that note, I wish you well. I wish you a great day. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Sometimes I feel like I should break. Sometimes I feel like I'm insane. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the show. Considering also having a wonderful day as this 24th July 2025. Today we are talking about 2 people that are extremely important to me. So we're gonna go with one called RGB Baby 3Y and XICU I4CUX. So now, why do you want to give a shout out to these people? Yesterday I gave a shout out to lovely girl and Anna because they were super present for the live. They were super, in my mind, they were super generous with their time. I also want to give a shout out to RG Baby and ICU I4CU. Reason as to why. Now, before we start, I know these are all women, okay? So yes, this is a bit of simping, but you have to understand that as a single man, talking to ladies is actually quite a help in my confidence boost. Because, all of those are extremely beautiful girls. And I'm a weird guy, so the dating pool is actually quite slow. Am I saying I'm gonna date the 4 of them? No. Am I saying that they are absolutely wifey material? Absolutely. Am I saying that these are gem in my life? Absolutely. So enough with kissing booty, because I'm more of a tits person. A little bit of a perv joke. I'm gonna get canceled, but don't worry, I'll get canceled like 20 years, so who cares at that point? The reason why we're giving these 2 beautiful lady a shout out is for a very simple reason. I surprised. I know it's gonna be hard to believe, but I'm quite a weird guy. I'm quite a weird guy. To me, I have a lot of friendships that are so hard to talk about. I have a lot of friendships that are dependent on that, right? So, for example, there's some friends where I have to tone it down, and there are some friends that are so used to it that when I'm tired and I act more normally, right? They're asking for, are you okay? Are you good? Now, these are my bros. And when it comes to bros, it's kind of different because you're so playful. There's this whole playful mentality. We're still gonna tease each other, insult each other, push each other. So there's all this whole boyish mentality, which, in my opinion, is a bit more of a insanity. I'm watching Jersey Shore. And I know this is a horrible example because there's a lot of misogyny in this show. But it's like the thing that, now we just watched the episode that Snooki got arrested for public intoxication, and all the girls were figuring out that the guy was more like, you know what, this is not a big deal. So but why am I saying that? I don't know. I feel like, these are delicious. Peach and mangoes, yogurt, Greek yogurt. For video today because I want it to be a positive one. I feel like men's mental health isn't looked at properly. I feel like it's still taboo as a man to have emotion. And I feel like as men we know that, and we're more there for each other because we know how hard it is, But with the ladies, and again, I'm a single guy, so when I come in and I have to do these, I kind of have to do these mental gymnastics of saying like, yo, be presentable, be nice, yo. It's not normal that you're single. You've been single for this long, so you have to start. And the most insane part. Today is a very foggy ADHD day, and it's very warm outside, so it's gonna be a tough day. Even though I'm gonna talk to a person and I'm not trying to date them, right? There's still this like, this is practice. This is talking to girls, because in real life I'm still kind of shy, So yeah. So why I see you, I foresee you, and why RG Baby? RG Baby has been there since. Oh, the phone is too hot. I told you today it'll be very hot. So RG Baby has been there since, I want to say, well, I actually know exactly. I started in May 2021. RG Baby kind of, we met via Instagram. I don't know, it was, I want to say September or October 2021. So I have known her for 4 years, which is not true. I'm going to know her for 4 years and a month or two. So I'm going to allow myself to say that. But why I wanted to give it a shout out, these are two people that I feel very in tune with. These are two people that I get to be crazy with, and it's so refreshing. You see, with RG Baby, there's been, I have this image of Pam and The Office, and that's because I watched Rainn Wilson and Casey Neistat podcast, which is definitely a listen. And I got this image of Pam telling Michael gives nickname to people, and she's like, before I pass out the line, she stays with the line that way, gets all of the crazy energy out. RG Baby, it's too much. Don't blink, it's your boing. Welcome to the show. I'm guessing you are having a wonderful day. I am so sorry. This is the warmest day of the month of July. So this phone overheated and this phone overheated. Now, by looking at this phone overheating, it should have been a good sense that this phone will overheat. But hey, your boy, I think, got a heatwave fever. Got some sort of fever and it's not coming down. Like I was saying, Urgy Baby is absolutely amazing as a human being. She's super generous, super generous. And she'll be as crazy as me. We'll go in and we'll go with those insane talk, and it's just how far I can go with her. This is how far I can go in my semi, you know? When I think about those two, do I absolutely need to be insane? No, I don't need to. Do I actually need to be weird? No, I don't need to. But then, just like when you're social, you start talking, and because you start talking, for example, you had a day where you weren't feeling social, and then you're in a social interaction, and then it's awkward because you're kind of shut down, right? Or the opposite. You have a social event, but because you haven't talked to people in a while, or you haven't been extremely social in a while, your battery for social is all discharged or unbalanced. So it's kind of weird. So with Urgy, it's how far I can go and how much of that energy I can get out. And the nicest thing with Urgy is she's kind of the same way. So she'll get some of that energy out. And it's just so refreshing to have conversation, but at the same time, when I'm feeling down, I know I can come to her. And when she's feeling down, she knows she can come to me. Now for I See You, I Foresee You, kind of the same boat, in this world of craziness. But at the same time, it is so freaking nice because she is such a generous person. She is so often there for people. You see her and you literally see a good person. You see her and you actually think about, this is a wonderful human being. I'm not saying that Urgy isn't a wonderful human being, but with the amount of time that I See You, I Foresee You takes to support other people, it is insane. But with I See You, I Foresee You, it's such a unique situation because yes, we get crazy and it's not as crazy as with Urgy, but it is crazy. So for example, yesterday, she posted a video with her skill at Warzone, and she is a badass. She is a baddie. And then I was like, I'll fuck you up at 1v1. And she's like, but I kind of went like the long part. I like, yo, I'll make you go see your shrink. Like really rude. At the same time, she knows I'm joking. And then she's like, I would love to 1v1 you. And I'm like, yo, I wrote this whole poem. And then today she wrote me the poem. So, you know, it's kind of cool. And it's with Urgy is this kind of safe place where we can both be yourself. With I See You, I Foresee You, it's such humor. It will get laughed. She knows I'm joking. I know she's joking. But at the same time, with her, it's a bit more, I don't know, it's a bit more connected. You'll be able to say, hey, how are you? Like, oh, I've been doing good. I've been going through some things, you know, which is a really fun stuff. It's nice to talk about people. It's nice to talk to people like that, you know. It's tough because, and again, I'm gonna go back to my boys. I'm gonna ask them, hey, how are you? gonna say, the guy's gonna say, I'm good, and I'm gonna say, well, how about you? I gotta tell them, yo, I'm fucking dealing with shit because you just told me that you're good. I'm not gonna bring you down. Versus someone who I know is able to talk about her feelings, and I'm able to talk about my feelings, you know? So yeah, there's also the fact that I was supposed to have a sister, but she died. Rest in peace, Jessica. So when I talking to someone like that, it's kind of something I would have liked to do with my sister, you know. You heard of mommy issues, but you never heard of sibling issues. I think I got sibling issues, bro, and it's just so nice. But again, these two for the main part, and at the same time, it's always in a safe place. It's always about joking and laughing, right? It's always about that. But there is such a release of that extra energy, about that extra weirdness, you know. It's a safe place for the people just to be themselves, and I think we need that, you know. There's places for I don't know. Yeah, they're starting to stream, so I'm gonna end the video here. Don't blink as you blink. Welcome to the show. Today is a new walk. So having a wonderful day on this streaming. On the 24th July 2025, today, we are talking about a single word, which is mukbang. Mukbang, depending on where you're from, depending on the culture, depending on how you think they should be pronounced. The reason as to why we're talking about that is, so there's this guy, Smoothbar777, talked about him yesterday, great dude, and he asked me to do a mukbang. And I'm like, okay, if you want, no, it didn't happen yesterday, it happened 2 days ago. He asked me to do a mukbang. So he's like, yo, you should do a mukbang. And he makes some good content. So as a kind of friend, but also as a co-worker, I thought about this with my video of Sir Was Not 03. So I made a video about it. Another one of my content creator friends, which is I've been friend with for years, and with great content creator, like you're a friend, but we're also walking down this parallel line, right? So he told me to do a mukbang. So I said, okay, no problem, right? And then I posted some old content. Now, before we continue, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't have a chance to eat yet. We've been up for like 5 hours. That's not bad. We're gonna be tasting some Prime Bite. A little secret. I tasted these before a lot of time. Little secret with these. You actually have to put them in the fridge. Put them in the freezer. So what they're gonna do is, this is little pepperonis, little sausage, little pepperoni cocks, as Trailer Park Boys would say. So the secret here is pepperoni is a lot of grease in it, right? It's not the healthiest snack. There's a lot of grease. And with the grease, what is kind of cool here is that when you put it in the freezer or in the fridge, it kind of solidifies. So you get almost this jelly-like. So my apologies. Is it good warm? Yes. There's so much better like this. So then I posted old content. Now, good news. We posted all the content we had to post. For the recent past, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on this phone and I'm going to take all the behind the scenes and I'm going to post them. Now, the cool thing with the behind the scene is they're all so small. What I might do is, this is content that dates back from the winter. What we're doing here, I couldn't do it because of how cool it is. And how not good for the camera it is. So with that being said, I think what we're gonna do is pretty simple. I'm gonna take all of these small videos, put them together. So right now we have all of these content, all of these small videos. I have for 3 more days, and then this one will almost be empty. And then what we'll do is we'll move to the GoPro footage from last year, which I haven't touched even yet, and we have 1,000 gig for. So a lot of content. If I'm starting school, I'm starting a full-time job soon, I have to do it now, you know. So come back to it. You know, this video was me eating a hamburger with my mom. And a good friend of mine, Andrew, who's like a little brother to me, came in and was like, yo, do a mukbang. Now, that's 2 people, short amount of time, that comes in and say, hey, do this type of content. So, I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, you guys really want me to do mukbang? Now, disclaimer, and it's okay, I got a lot of mukbangs on my YouTube channel. So the mukbang is a complex story. I'm gonna make it short for you guys. I'll make it long for the other people. Short version. Mukbangs are one of the first type of videos that I created before I start really making content. I was watching a lot of Nico Cado Avocado, so mukbang was something that I was interested in. Now, they're all on the YouTube. Some of them are on the TikTok, but not all of them. So you can find them there. First of all. Second of all, the long version. If you guys want me to do mukbangs, I am more than happy. If somebody told me yes tomorrow, go do some hiking. I'm like, and I did some hiking, but mukbang totally up my court. So where did my love from mukbang come from? And now I know. Oh, some people ask you to do mukbang. Accidentally, you're interested with mukbang. Not really. So the reason I stopped doing mukbang is actually quite simple. We're doing mukbang before, but then I started doing TikTok Live. The TikTok Live was so much fun, and I started doing them before mukbang. You know, it was just so much fun. Now, what I can do for you guys before we even continue, there's some condition. I'm trying to lose weight. Gotta do mukbang every single day. I'm also not the most rich person, so I'm thinking that once a week a mukbang would be actually a really nice idea, right? Depending on what we want to do, I can do sushis, I can do whatever it takes, right? There's a really good sushi place nearby. I can absolutely do that. Or a nice little burger, or a nice little poutine, you know? Okay, nice fucking mukbang. Now, with that being said, there is some fear to it, because again, and I love Nick, but a lot of mukbang, it's not that it's promoting something that's not healthy. You shouldn't eat that much food. This is how I got fat, you know. And all the content so far about my channel, nothing has actually been like, hey, put yourself in danger. So, but once a week, it's a good idea. Now, my love for mukbang. Life is insane. Life is insane. No matter how you put it, life is insane. Here's why. So how it started, which is a really good question. How it started is about 6 years ago. I was at work, okay? And at work, I was working with Romanians, which we're talking Romanian a lot. Now, I can talk in Romanian, I can understand Romanian. Can I have fluid conversation? Not really. I'm going to be able to have very simple conversation, but not to a degree of, oh my god, I understood every single thing that you meant, you know? So, I started listening to music at first. It was podcast. Then, it was music, you know, because I love music. And I was like, okay, this is a good idea. And then it became it became shows. So one of the shows that I was watching a lot was Orange Springs. I watched Orange Springs a lot. And then out of the surprise, I started listening to audiobooks. Audiobooks was possibly the best thing I've ever done. There were so many of them on YouTube back in the day before all the copyrighted shit. We're talking about The Godfather. We're talking about, this is leaking, dude. This is absolutely leaking. We put an ice pack to make sure that the phone will cool down. Audiobooks, what else? That's pretty much it, to be honest. That's pretty much it. The Godfather, V for Vendetta, Fight Club, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Regret as a Slime, Overlord, All I Do Is Kill. That's pretty much it, to be honest. So we did that. Now, I do a lot of the greatest thing with that was the day would pass super fast. Now, I got new people in their job coming in, and those people were my friends. They were not. Oh my god. They're not Romanian. It doesn't matter if you're Romanian, they're still my homies. But they weren't part of the old club. Like, they were new guy too. So I was one of the newest guy. I was one of the nicest to approach. So one of the guy, Junior, Filipino, would come to me. I was like his only friend in the place, which is sad because there was a lot of racism, right? So he comes in and he wanted to talk. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't do really books anymore because he's gonna talk to me for 15 minutes, and there you go, the whole books, I don't know what's going on. So I started watching. I started watching podcasts. Then again, it lasted 2-3 months that I was done with. So what happened? Oh, by the way, I forgot one of the most important parts. Comicstorian. It's full stories of comics. I've watched that shit religiously. So my algorithm presented me with a video of Kit Boga. Who is Kit Boga? Kit Boga is a scam baiter. He is one of my many role models on the platform. Kit Boga was. I'm gonna make a video about him today too, because today we're very inspired to make videos. He just was exactly what I wanted to be. He was a prankster, but also a human, which doesn't make any sense, but very human. So when Kit Boga came in, I was like, okay, well, this is content I want to listen to. And when he was releasing an hour video, 2 hours video, so I was watching that shit religiously. It was about scam baiting, which is keeping scammer on the line for as much time as possible. So Trilogy Media, James Browning, Scammer Payback, Renoa Poison, how much I know. The Kid was amazing. So I heard a thing to Kid. Now, mind you, we're in 2019. I've been working at a place I'm working for 2 years. The pandemic hits, and I get Wi-Fi. I get YouTube. Watch the entirety of Kit Boga. And then there's this guy that appeared on my For You page. His name is Avocado. Now, before we continue, disclaimer: out of mukbang world, I only watch 2 people. Well, I watch only this 3, but the other one I haven't watched that much. Like, there's Avocado and Chelsea Lynn. Those are the only people we watch. So with Nicocado Cado, what I fell in love with was it was the perfect content. Perfect fucking content because it was a guy with ADHD, so subject from subject to subject to subject, like me. I felt very related. Was content that you could listen for hours. You could close your eyes and just listen to the guy, right? So I fell in love. Now, oh shit. Smells too hot. Now, what happened with Nicocado is actually quite simple. Oh, shit. What do you ask me, bro? What do you ask me, bro? Shit. Shit, dude. So he asked me to do something for them, and I'm not okay. I'm not okay with it, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tougher. So Nick was a perfect, and I started thinking Nick a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. We started listening to him. I have a whole entire playthrough. I wasn't making content yet, but of Dragon Age, Inquisition, which is a shitty game compared to the Origin. So that's it. The second game, Dragon Age, not good. Dragon Age number 3, not good. Dragon Age number 1, amazing. Classic. So, all this being said, at work I was also listening to game movies. Now just to let you know, Dragon Age Origin is 18 hours. That's almost 3 days of work. I go fast. So I started listening to Ricardo Cado. And I listen to him at work also. So we download this video and then we listen to them at work. I gotta say, it was super entertaining. Super interesting. And then what happened was the whole Stephanie So fiasco. I'm not gonna get into the details because it's a question of he said, she said, which sucks. The whole thing, and now Nick is hated. I'm gonna be honest and say I don't know if it was like before, but what I can tell you is he was hated. So I go in, I'm like, oh my god, and then the content goes downhill. What I started doing is rage baiting. What I started doing is easily start doing some very cartoony content, very there's a word for it. You know when you go to the fair and they draw you and they overdraw your feature? What is that? He was playing a character now, and he was playing this guy that everybody hated. And he was getting into drama, he was crying on camera, fake fights with his husband. Now this, I was completely out of it because if it was a man and a woman fighting, it wouldn't be okay. But because it's two men fighting, who cares? It kind of sucks. So I left Nicocado for a while. And the problem with Nicocado was it was perfect. Nick would, my apologies, upload an hour video per day. My day was 8 hours. Every week, I had 1 day of complete Nicocado, which was freaking perfect. Freaking amazing. So then, I started watching GMM, which was also great. But GMM, and what's sad is in years of content, I don't like all the content. I like the gut checks. I like the marathon. I like the, but the games I don't like. The Guess the Country I don't like. You know? So all the content I wasn't really able to watch. Plus, we finished watching Herb Biscuit, which was their podcast. So we came back to Nicocado, free Stephanie So, and it was still enjoyable content. So now, moving forward, we have the pandemic. In between the pandemic and Nicocado, there's about a year, right? So in 2021, and I've done listening to Nicocado because again, we're very restricted with what we can watch. We can only watch content before 70 so because it's not playing a character. So I go back to Kid Boga. Kid Boga, I'm like, fuck. I've watched all the content, bro, but he keeps talking about Twitch. And when we talk about Twitch, that's when I start making content. Fast forward another year, I made an amazing community, and then in the community, I show my face, and then people say, yo, you look good, we want to see more of you. And because he says that, because he says, we want to see more of you, like, what content can I make? So the first thing that we do is food reviews. The food reviews last 3 to 4 minutes because, again, I'm a baby YouTuber. I'm a baby content creator. I got some reviews that are me eating an ice cream and say, hey, it's good. Click. You know? And then I want to do more content, and that's the beautiful thing. Content creation, and again, this is why mukbangs are so important for me. Mukbangs comes out as a I'm gonna say that therapy. So I'm not having the best of time. I made content on social media to escape bullying. Did I escape bullying? No, but I had a output. I would go to do content on mukbang, and I would do something that I love, which is eating and talk about my life. There's a time where I was doing a mukbang every single day. Yeah, I would not eat at work, so I can eat more at home and do a mukbang. Yeah. So all of this to say, mukbang actually means a lot to me. Now again, we stopped making them because we prefer making TikTok live. But if you guys want a mukbang once a week, I am more than happy to do it. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do it. If you want me to, awesome. If you don't want me to, no problem. We'll keep doing TikTok live, I guess. Either way, see, I don't care what kind of content I make. As long as I get to be myself, as long as I get to express my opinions, we're in a good position. See, I love the format of mukbang. I love the format. In my opinion, why is mukbang so cool? It's because I picture, well, I'm not picturing, I'm actually seeing myself eating, and this is actually very fucking sad, but this is what's pre-content creation. And when I say this is sad, this is not sad, but I feel like me saying this is gonna make me seem like I'm more like a victim. Oh, we put the water in the fridge, and now it's gonna be perfect for my little mix. With my little mix, I gotta clean the apartment. I'm stepping on stuff, and it's not good. See? We didn't clean the apartment for 1 week and it's a mess. I see myself talking to Nick. No. Well, kinda. Talking to Nick. All he's doing is content. And he's mukbangs. And I'm literally... See, I make a mess. We're literally just talking to him. We're literally talking to the guy. As if he could hear us. Which sounds crazy, but it's the truth. It's the truth. Now, when I watch the content that I'm doing, it's kind of it. What is the goal behind the content? It's you guys to find a safe place. It's you guys to be comfortable in what you're doing. It's for you guys to be safe where you are. You know what I mean? That's the goal behind the videos. And if I'm being completely honest, I would, this is a weird request, but if me making mukbang, I would have people talk to me in their stream, I would feel good because you would feel less lonely. Was Negocado entertaining? Yes. Why do you think I watched him when I ate? Because I was lonely. And there's nothing wrong with being lonely. So fuck the world out there, you know? I would absolutely love that. Now, before we go, I have to do a disclaimer. No matter how popular the mukbang gets, this is never going to be a mukbang channel. It never was and never will be. There's nothing wrong with having a mukbang challenge, but I would feel very restricted what I'm doing, right? The drink of choice today is Quench BEAs, not a sponsor. I would feel bad about it. I would feel like put a bit more because today we have a lot to do, so a little bit more energy. This is unhealthy, but I don't give a fuck. I would never do a just mukbang channel, never, with more. But once in a while, I would do it. And at the same time, this is very, very, well, it's tough. Because I wouldn't see myself having a family and maybe do a mukbang challenge. However, I would see myself with my kids eating like a burger and just talking about life. You know? That would be a cool content. That would be fun. Right? We're not there yet. We might never get there. I don't know. But that would be cool. Now, if I was to do mukbang content, you would get a video like we did today. You would get to see me eat. You get to see me eat. And at the same time, I don't know mukbang if it's obligated to be such an amount of food. Because to me, like a mukbang is fun. And yes, the presentation of this much food is nice. It's like splurging. It's like a buffet, you know? But then, at the same time, if you're seeing people not finishing their food, you're like, ugh. You know? Questionable at the very best. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make some more mukbangs. What I would do also as a figure of speech, and I think this is important. If I was to do mukbang, it would be special food. So it would be restaurant. It would be it would be restaurant, because I have a lot of food at home, but I have to do separation. You know, my biggest problem with content creation right now is that the office for content creation is the apartment. This is where I live, this is where I sleep, this is where I jerk off, this is where I do a lot of stuff, you know? So there's a need for a separation, and there's no separation, so it's a bit problematic. However, in a perfect world, we find a healthy balance between, and a healthy balance could be a different meal. Your brain is fantastic. Like, I could say like, oh, we're going to the restaurant, okay, well, this is a mukbang. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If we mix it well, peach and mango yogurt, peach and mango taste. Pretty good. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Welcome to the show. Visiting Walks are having a wonderful day. Oops, I forgot. My best, Brody. Sorry about that. We're talking to a lot of people. Yes. Perfect. And so, I have this new friend, he's a content creator. So, I'm trying to help each other out, you know? In the best of ways. So like I was saying, don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. Fucking, like we were saying in the fucking intro. Holy! Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to our show. This is doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 24th July 2025. Today we have tomorrow we have a new TikTok policy. And today, this video is possibly the longest video that we'll do. Disclaimer, I am very ADHD today. So, a bit of a fog when it comes to the brain. A bit of a fog when it comes to expressing myself. We'll do our best. We just finished eating a delicious meal, which was 2 yogurts prime bites. Today, we're talking about behind the scene and the importance of behind the scene in the channel. So they say in French, na zdrowia. Why are so hot today? So hot. Why are behind the scenes so important to the channel? I think it depends on the content creator. To me, I love making content, I like filming, But I lots of what I like is the behind the scenes stuff. So posting the video, streaming, doing some clips. I love doing that because there's no recognition. It's like, oh, you didn't do a video today? No, but I worked hard. You know, is the process of going in. I'm a weird guy. When I was younger, not that young though, 20 years old, 2022, when I was listening to a lot of DVDs, I would be having a lot of fun with the behind the scene. What happened on set, some juicy story. I would love that because to me it was interesting to see the creation process. My behind the scene when I film them are more creating process. They're more of like, hey, I haven't done videos in a couple of minutes. Let me just tell a couple of minutes. Oh my God, I'm so vain. A couple of hours, and I'm saying, hey, let me tell people what I'm doing, right? And then at the same time, it's so weird because technically all I'm doing is on camera. So all I'm doing, you could be able to see it. All I'm doing could be accountable for. But since the channel is small, for example, we have the gaming channel, which is growing fast. We are 365. The main channel is at 390s, so that's also a lot. It grows fast, but for example, and it's also about how the behind the scenes were so important to the channel. I love doing them, but they changed during the years. They really changed. I'll be honest, this is not a planned video. This is not a video that I thought about doing. This is not even a concept that was interesting to me. But today, we had a victory. And a huge victory. We uploaded all the videos on one phone. So what I started doing was I transferred all of the videos. I was like, okay, well, I got 1,000 videos, but how many of them are shorts? I'm not gonna upload 1,000 shorts. None of them were behind the scenes. It's like, oh my God, I have much to them to upload. Some of them, and I swear to God, I give you my word. The oldest we uploaded today was the 7th June 2024. So we're gonna say 2021, huh? Nah, 2024. And it's nuts because you realize how much you changed. You really changed as a person, you know. Knowing how much I changed in 1 year, it's nuts. One of my most heartbreaking moments as a content creator, and this is a true story, is emptying my phone. Not today, another day. I needed space. I didn't have videos, but TikTok was taking too much space because I was uploading a lot. My apologies. I had like 25 videos to upload in one time. Didn't have the space, but I didn't want to wait until they upload. I'm not gonna wait until one uploaded, I can do another one. Oh, this one uploaded, yes, I can move on. Fuck that. So instead, what we did is the next best thing: deleted stuff. I deleted pictures because pictures I had 3 gigs. I needed that much. I needed 3 gigs. And then I had a heartbreaking story. My apologies. And the heartbreaking story was I saw all of the pictures that I made, all of the videos that I made, and thumbnails tasting food. Oh, I remember that video. Oh yeah, I remember that video. I remember that day. Oh, I remember how much it rained that day. And I realized how much fun I had back then and how little fun I was having that day making content, which was a big reveal for me. It was a big mindfuck for me today. Not today, but that day. It was bad. It was bad. Not in the sense of, oh my God, there's no coming back. But in the sense of, how do we come back from that, right? We're just gonna change the sides of the ice pack. It is hot today. Yeah, that's kind of heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking itself. Like, fuck, you know? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And the reality is I didn't know what to do, you know? And that was the reason why we start asking ourselves, do we want to make content? Right? Yeah. And then something changed, which is the tower, which is the game we're playing on the 3 phones. The tower came in a very good moment. And the tower, like we're doing now, is a perfect... Shit. It's a perfect opportunity. Thinking I'm wearing pants, huh? I'm on the balcony. Why would I not wearing pants? So the tower was a game, which is up here. The camera is down here, and the camera is down here, and we're playing this up there. Now, the craziest thing was that I didn't even realize just how cool it was. We had in the same videos the both channel, the gaming content and the normal content, and to me it was just phenomenal. It was just great. Just great. Why? I don't know. Something about... Oh, that's good. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, that's really good. Sorry, we're in the tower. The fact that we can do both at the same time. The whole reason behind us doing X, Y, and Z, because it beats doing X, which is possibly corny in that scenario, but still. It was just beautiful. And then when you look at it, the tower became one of the most important things in my life, because it was the picture perfect of a... See, it's crazy. We have 3 playthroughs. First playthrough is Crown, which is the main one. Second is Shield and third is Sword. There's over 1,000 episodes each, right? It's nuts. It's completely insane. It's completely insane. And then behind the scene is the same thing. Behind the scene is fragments, little figments of a day, you know? And on that day, we've been making content, hear me out, for 4 years. If you do the math, 356 per year, right? There's a year that there's less day. I don't know if guys said it in English, I don't give a fuck. So 350 times 4 is how much? 1,400, because 2 is 7. 4 times 6 is what? 24. So it is 1,424 days. Do that times 24. No, I'm not gonna do it because it's very hard. But yeah. And you see, with that, this is the amount of time we went for work. We made content, right? Out of that day, I made multiple videos every single day. And then the behind the scenes shows up. And it's all figments of how did I feel that day? What was going through my mind? And the craziest thing is the hair. So you guys know that we cut the hair not too long ago. We had long hair. And you see kind of the hair journey, kind of the hair growth. And the hair growth is a figment of time. It's a signal of how much time there's been. This morning, I swear to God, it doesn't matter what God, I uploaded, let's be inclusive and exclusive, I uploaded over 120 behind the scene. Now we did something nice. We went on TikTok and we uploaded compilation of behind the scene. So instead of having 120 videos, you have 4 videos, right? It's just insane. It's just nuts. It's just nuts. Can't believe how much we've been through and how much we evolve, you know? The behind the scene or presentation of that is how much time we put in, is how much work we put in. It's easy to see a video. The truth is, there's a lot of people that works way harder than me. I'm not even in a percentile of people that work hard. I'm above average when it comes to working hard. I don't know. I don't know. It's just in emotional moments right now. And then it's kind of insane, but posting them and deleting them from the phone was so hard this morning. You're losing a period of time, you know? Losing those memories, but at the same time you're posted. It's heartbreaking shit, really, isn't it? Don't blink, if you blink. Welcome to the show. Just doing well because I'm having a wonderful day. My apologies. Yeah, we're discussing. Been making content for a while though. We've been making content for an hour 20. So all of the food that we ate in between, coming out. Ew, disgusting ink. Today we're talking about creative concept, creativity. How do I work? And how did it evolve during those last 4 years? I was watching a podcast with Rainn Wilson and Casey Neistat, which was amazing. And Rainn was like, yo, you have such a creative mind and you're amazing. And I was like, okay, well, I agree that Casey Neistat is one of the most creative person in the world, right? And then you think about yourself, and you think about yourself being a creative person, but then you compare yourself to a person like Casey Neistat, and you realize that you're not halfway there. So you ask yourself, okay, well, is creative concept something that can evolve? How did mine evolve? There's also the fact that we did BDS today, which is behind the scene. We uploaded a bunch of them, and the content definitely changed during the years. Over the years. How do you say it? I don't freaking know. But it was just a fantastic time. I just had a good idea for a video. That's a great idea for a video. Holy shit. That's a great idea. Holy shit. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Well, I think that the phone is too hot. So I'm going to take that opportunity to write it down. So we're going to write down, do the intro vid for IG Vote. And add to compilation. There you go. It is 27 degrees today. It is hot as fuck though. You're loud. You're loud as fuck. I forgot to enter people on TikTok. Schnitzel. It's loud. There you go. Perfect. There you go, that's perfect. Yeah, like somebody asked a question. Oh my god, okay, I'm gonna tell you because at the same point, I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. Somebody just asked me on TikTok, he said, hey, I saw someone that was confused, but you got more hair. Which makes sense. And this is such a beautiful video because just did it behind the scene and how much of that is in the video, which is insane. We just finished the behind the scene and how much work we put in, how much creativity we put in. And I asked myself the question, can creativity evolve? And then my answer was, I think your creative vision can evolve, but not the creativity. Well, possibly. You're possibly born with creativity or not. Imagination is part of creativity, right? You're creating the whole world in your brain, which is part of creativity. So with the behind the scene, I look at my whole journey. How we started from making content without face, making content with face, then making content about food, making content about nature, making content about our own life, about telling story about our mental health, our vision of XYZ. You know? It became very important. Very important. It's not because of the journey we did. And as much as we thought about maturing, some creativity changed, right? I think creativity is, and again, this is when you know, I wrote it this morning and now this is evening, so we don't really remember what we're trying to say, but creativity is such an amazing thing. I didn't see creativity, and then we went too far. Everything was content, and there was not a breathing moment that didn't get recorded, you know. Then you overdo it with creativity. We have a mosquito bite. I'm gonna come and scratch it with an old spoon. Don't worry, it wasn't the yogurt, so not on the floor technically. With creativity, it's such a picking up the camera and saying this is worth filming versus this is not worth filming. This is also being creative. Or also, you take a spoon, tell the whole story. Well, we were eating yogurt, then we're done with eating yogurt, and then I got bitten by a mosquito, and I bite my nails. So then I take the spoon to scratch my mosquito bites. It's not a story, but this is creative because you took something that wasn't supposed to be a tool, then you made it a tool. But at the same time, is a spoon a tool? And a spoon is a tool. As a tool to eat, not to scratch, but to eat. And even then, your creative this is also important for your creative mindset. How you create stuff. For example, right? I used to film everything, right? But then taking one of your film and making a story about it is also important. The fact that we have the phone super close to us, and that we just have to press a couple buttons and when we're filming. Our mind here takes a couple of seconds to create an ID. Your phone takes a couple of seconds to open a camera. You film, ID, camera, content creation, you know? It's nuts, this old creativity. And for us, it evolved, but it didn't evolve in a sense of I'm more creative than I was before. I'm just smarter about being creative. I'm able to tell a better story. I know my video that you guys really enjoyed. I say, okay, well, my demographics or my content viewer like this point of view. We just had a person ask us to do mukbangs. Do you myself as like a mukbang content creator? No. It's the beauty behind, my apologies, behind mukbangs, absolutely. It's art. But you're able to eat that much food and people enjoy it, you know? It's such a creative, it's such a complex story. Because you see this yourself as creative, right? And then you're put in front of the camera. And you had this great idea when you came up this morning with it. Then it left. The creativity didn't leave. You just moved on, right? Creativity is also about capturing the moments when it happens. Holy shit, dude. This is so freaking... I'm gonna do a TikTok... I'm gonna do a video about the tower talk. That I don't have a choice. It's such a beautiful thing. It is... It's a beautiful thing. And I think the best thing about creativity is the fact that we're born with creativity. Why there's so much content creator? Why there's so much space on content, on social media for content creator? Well, because everybody has a story to tell. And everybody, which I clearly means everybody, have a different story to tell. And the fact that you have a different story to tell comes super useful. Why? Well, because your perception is the way that you want to do things. The ability to be creative. What happened? What happened? Fucking TikTok. Actually 75 videos. That's pretty much it, so... Fucking TikTok. This is gonna come from me. Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Continuing on, having a wonderful day on this fuck, dude. I just had a great time. 24th July 2025, today is a huge day for the tower. This is a pretty sad day, but it's actually a really good day. And it's insane because yesterday we did a love and hate relationship with the tower. So this is actually kind of cool. This is super, super freaking cool. Yesterday we did a love and hate relationship story, which was again filmed yesterday, less than 24 hours ago. And right now we have the best freaking news in the world. My main problem right now was that Shield is already at tier 4 because we finished tier 3, and then tier 3 was only getting there with 3,500s. Now, again, I hope you guys heard me when I said it's a love and hate relationship, and it's actually a pretty sad story. This is how little I pay attention to the tower and how much I would gain from paying attention to the tower. The tower sword is on its way. Now, I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I don't know. It's on its way to reach tier freaking 4, baby. And guess what? This is gonna be the biggest thing I've done. So what changed? We are at 3,800. I can't show you because the camera here is not great. So what changed? 3,879. Well, it's the perks, or more so, the perk exchange. So the first one we have is 1.56 for the damage times 8. We didn't put points into perks trade-off. When I'm going to be done with the labs, this is going to be my next one. We have enemy have minus 50% health, 52% health, but are more fast. Which with this playthrough, which is super, attack speed is crazy fast. It doesn't bother us. It doesn't bother us at all. Level 74. Level 74. And then last one is boss health minus 71.4%, but boss speed times 50. So imagine with those 3, again, so what are we trading off? We're trading off the speed of the bosses. And this doesn't make any sense. Wait a second. Yeah. So we're giving us more damage for them to have more health. We're taking the health from them to have more speed. And we're taking health from them. Oh, enemy have minus, yeah, there you go. They have minus 52% health, but my tower, health regen, and lifesteal minus 90%. Now, how's that a problem? My health regen, which is again, I'm a glass cannon, so it's next to nothing. The lifesteal, however, is at max. So this is a bit of a problem, but I have less health, so it doesn't matter. With these, we're trading something that we don't need, which is the health, for something that we do need, which is attack, right? So this is actually pretty freaking good because I might be able to get to 4,500. Now, the problem with this is we have a big trade-off, right? So it doesn't mean this... we have a big trade-off, okay? The problem with the big trade-off is it doesn't make my tower stronger. It just means that we're putting the enemy at a disadvantage. We're putting us and the enemy at a disadvantage, but disadvantage of the enemy bigger than mine, right? So we're doing a huge trade-off, which is in our favor. However, we're trading. Sometimes the trading is not going to be enough. So this is not something that is eternal. This is not something that is going to last forever. So there's a possibility that it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And am I excited with that? I'm thrilled with that. I am absolutely thrilled with that. Because it pains me to see that, and I do mean it, it pains me to see that Shield is already ready to move on, and not Sword. Because I want to do something cool, you know? We're at 3,900 and we're full health. So this is huge. And again, with the trade-off, the problem with that is you need the right perks. If I don't have the right perks, we're done. But even then, what perks do you have for attack? You have attack up, you have attack bounce shot. And that's it. What do you have for shield? You have health regen, you have maximum health, you have defense percentage, you have defense. You understand? So it's a lot more. It's a lot more. But then what I'm gonna do, starting to do, and this is gonna be crazy, because we're gonna be starting to do perk ban, and for the health, for the sword, what I'm gonna be able to do is I'm gonna do perk ban, health regen and health. That's gonna be super cool. That's gonna be super fucking cool. Anyway, pretty much it. So it's going really well. We're in the mood to change things. Very creative today. But however, can I do it? I don't know. Okay. That's important. What is it? So what's next? Kindness, Hulk Hogan, Elder Scroll, Sue Boom, Creativity. Perfect. Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Phone is too hot to film, so we're not gonna film. Okay, so doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this. You're loud, dude. You are loud. On this 24th July 2025, today we're talking about kindness. Now, at the same time, we're talking about kindness not too long ago. We talked about kindness about 4 or 5 days ago. And I want to come in and talk about it again. For a simple reason that I feel like already something changed about my perception. So, I like to think that I come from a good family. Not sure what that was, but it's pretty much done. So, coming from a good family means what? Well, my parents are very kind. My parents are both love people. My father is respected, my mom is loves, which is very different, but that's another video. So when I grew up, I learned to be kind, right? My perception of kindness was my parents because they were my blueprints. They were how I got where I am. Oh my god, this is so cool. We're watching the tower, and my playthrough of the shield is... Wow, it's beautiful. It is amazing. It is amazing. I have to do another video. Holy shit. So, because my parents were so nice, I'd like to think that I was nice because, again, if my blueprints are both positive, how can I be a negative person, right? But then, and this is so weird because this is such a weird concept. You see on social media. So, if you take me last year, right? Obsessed with making content. My whole entire day was about making content. Now we're a bit more free. Now we're a bit more thinking about, you know what? I can do X, Y, and Z. And then I'm going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. And it's going to be a fun thing. It's going to be a really fun thing. Because I'm going to have fun. Right? I'm going to have more free time to do what I want. I'm seeing other people. And I'm seeing how nice people are. And I'm seeing some very kind person. Now, of course, kindness cannot be measured. However, kind gesture can be measured through appreciation. If you're doing something and a person in the room think that you're kind, okay, well, good for you. If you're doing something in a room and the whole room think you're kind, chances are you did something really kind, right? So you see other people around you and you're seeing how kind they are, or how kind, and this is important, how kind they are perceived. You're right. Perceive is as important as the rest. You're absolutely 1,500% right. So then I saw people that were kinder than me, and it kind of pushes you to think. So think, for example, right? We just saw, well, we didn't see it yet. We just finished. We started seeing Superman, right? And then Superman is about kindness, right? So then you watch that and you're like, it inspired me to be more kind. And it's so weird because listen to the sentence, it inspired me to be more kind versus I'm competitive, I want to compete, and I want to be the kindest person in the room. Being competitive isn't a bad thing. Wanting to beat people in a game is a bad thing because you should be as happy if somebody else wins, and if you win, this is kindness. Live and let live. This person trained 75 hours this month. It's not a lot, I don't think so. I did think about what I was saying. For the sports. And then you trained 15 hours and you won. Is them training more time than you meant that they deserve it? No. But does them training more time than you did meant that they wanted more? Possibly. Possibly you can quantify the want. Their want is 75 hours. Your want is 15 hours, right? Now, there's so many things that goes into that. You have 5 kids at home. You have 2 jobs to feed those 5 kids. So even though it's only 15 hours, it took you everything and more to get those 15 hours in. You wanted it that bad. right? So this is also a variant of it. That's important. That's interesting because you're quantifying something that used to not be quantifiable, right? You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Pretty smart, the guy, huh? Thank you. I watch porn. That's why. So, like I was saying, it's nuts that my first perception of seeing people kind say, I could do more for being kind. But then identifying the need of wanting to be, again, it's a question of need and want. Do I want to be kinder or do I need to be kinder? Do I need to be kinder because if people are kinder than me, I don't seem as kind, and my whole life has been told that I'm kind? I don't want to lose that. I don't want to be losing the perception of this is a kind guy. I don't want to lose that perception. Because if I lose it, it's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing. How's it a bad thing? It's a bad thing. It doesn't need to be X, Y, Z. It's just a bad thing. Okay? Can we agree on that? Awesome. I'm glad that we can agree on something. My apologies. That's a nice part. Can we agree on that too? No? Okay, cool. At least we tried. So you see, with kindness, it's such a interesting subject because you never measure your kindness with others, but you feel lesser. Somebody, for example, you make the effort of, there was this old lady, right? And you helped her out, you opened the door for her, and she's a restaurant, and you grab the chair and you pull it up for her, because she's an old lady. You're very kind. And then there's a person that says, hey, I'm gonna have a new baby. Drinks are on me. Now, this is a kind gesture. So your kind gesture is kind of lessered by the kindness of somebody else. How does that make you feel? Are you kind because somebody else is kind? Are you happy because somebody else is kind? Or you feel like, I did something nice, bro, what are you doing? The whole perception of that is insane. Food for thought. Think about it. Is that truly kindness? Or are you truly kind? Or are you kind because you want to be perceived as kind? I don't freaking know. In my case, I like thinking that people think I'm nice. I adore that. Because I need people to tell me, hey, this guy is nice. So I can think of myself is nice because so many people say he's nice, I need that reassurance. I need that confirmation. I need to hear, you're a good guy, bro. I think I need that. When I do something nice for someone, is it really genuine? And then there's the worst thing. The absolute worst. What is that worst thing? Someone's gonna do something kind for... Oh, shit. What have I done? Somebody's gonna do something kind for me. And I'm gonna do something kind for them. You know why? Because I feel like I owe them. When they did something nice, they didn't do it for me because, he's gonna owe me. Understand? So this is pretty much it. Now this is genuine. You don't do something nice for someone because they did something nice for you. You remind yourself that they helped you, and when you had a chance to help them, you help them. That's a pleasure. That's the pleasure. That's the nice thing to do. Not, you did something nice for me, so I'll do something nice for you. I had this neighbor. She just moved in, next to us, next to my father, actually. And she brought us a bottle of wine. She was there for a couple of days, not even. And my stepmom told my father, it's nice for you because you drink red wine, but I don't. Anyway. I don't know. It's tough. Don't blink, it's your boy Yank. Welcome to the show. Continuing on, having a wonderful day on this 24 July 25. Today, I'm smiling, but I shouldn't smile because it's a sad video. bloopers. You're such a dick, bro. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the show. Hope you guys doing well. So having a wonderful day on this 24th July 2025. Today, we are talking about a sad subject. 2 days ago, I'm gonna die. You're done. 4,036. Not bad at all. They were talking about this, the death of another person. 2 days ago, I did the death of Black Sabbath lead singer Ozzy Osbourne. They were talking about the death of Hulk Hogan. Now, before we start, disclaimer. I think Ozzy was beloved by a lot of people. But I think that Hulk Hogan was beloved by a lot of people. It's a different story. However, I didn't care about Hulk Hogan. Until last year, where Netflix released this documentary called the behind the scene of it's the documentary on Vince McMahon. And I watched that, and although I had no love for wrestling because it's complex, I didn't have a love for wrestling because I was told very young that wrestling was fake. You know? But then I start watching some Dom and Rey Mysterio, right? And some Rhea Ripley. And I start falling in love with Cass and Rhea Ripley. Start falling in love. Of course, she's cute. But with wrestling, right? Then I saw the documentary of Vince McMahon, and I felt more in love with wrestling. Now, Hulk Hogan passing away. I know this guy did some wrong thing, okay? But he was a legend, and he was a legend of a sport that I'm learning to love more and more. And for that, I think he deserves a homage. You know what? I'm going to say the worst thing, and this is not something that you should say to someone on their day. Sometimes when a person has done for something, for a sport, for a greater good, it's more important than the person himself. You know? He did a lot for wrestling, right? He did a little shit ton for wrestling. And I appreciate that for that. There's been a lot of scandals, but hey, he did so much for the sports. So thank you for what you did. And rest in peace. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the show. Because you guys are doing website, having a wonderful day on this. It's too happy we're gonna go in soon, so doesn't really matter. On this 24th July 2025, today talking about the tower again. This is part 2 of our love and hate relationship of the tower, which is supposed to be a positive videos, and I ended up on a negative point. One day I ended on a positive point. For the first time in a while, we took the time to watch the tower playthrough. So what exactly happened is, my apologies, the Shield playthrough, which is more defense focused. Little voice break here. I just want to check out the guild for something. I was lost, now I'm found. Batch upgrading chrono. Okay. Okay, pass. Forget mythic. Also unlocking damage each wave. Chrono field, thanks. Okay. Perfect. So, in Shield, last week we finished rank 2 of both playthrough. Now, this week we finished, the same day we finished rank 3, rank 3. I'm so sorry guys, this is such a good game. And this point is actually perfect for love and hate. We finished rank 3, tier 3 for the Shield. Sword is not bad, it's 4,000. It's still kind of far, right? It is still kind of far. We have to improve that. And I was so close, and yesterday we had a tournament, and it was so close. Now, lately I told you guys that I wasn't doing the tournament because of forgetting, because of laziness, just because I didn't care. For the first time in a while, we took the time to look at our playthrough, right? I should do like that. Do I look down when I make videos? Should always do like that. This is way better. So because the camera is here, of the videos, and the game is here. I'm gonna show you. So today is a bad ADHD day, so it's a bit harder. There you go. See? Oh. There you go. So I, for the first time in a while, spent 4 or 5 hours watching the screen of the tower, and I forgot how beautiful the game is. You see, when I watch the tower, I watch a couple seconds here and there, but I never spend so much time watching. So for the sword, we got higher today, and for the shield, we saw all of the enemy conversion to the tower, and it's just beautiful. And I forgot how beautiful this game is, which is a bad thing because you shouldn't forget a game how nice it is. But it's also a good thing because when you look at it, it's fun to look at. So just so that I had this point in the video. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, so what? Give me a sec. Sheesh. Don't catch my mosquito bites. It's not a story, but this is creative because you took something that wasn't supposed to be. Oh. Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Because you guys think we're having a wonderful day on this. I fucking love this. The chair went down. This is so cool. On this 24th of July 2025. Today we are doing something that is quite freaking nice. We're tasting Mos Clamato cocktail. Now this Mos Clamato is one of my favorites, if not my favorite drink in the world, but it's expensive and it's very acid. So you shouldn't drink it all. But we're gonna do something special. First of all, we are doing a weight loss, so a more liquid. I believe that more liquid is better to lose weight because liquids are easier to digest than solids. Your body doesn't have to break it down. So yes, so liquid is better. Plus, it's one of the warmest day of July, of the month of July. So the fact that we have this is very important. I'm just glad and excited to taste these. So without further ado, let's taste it. It is Garden Cocktail, the original. I usually go with the blue bottle. To me, it tastes better. But hey, sometimes we make mistakes, right? This, I bought it a while ago. I bought this with pandemic. So this is best before January 15, 2024. And with the number of preservatives in there, it's not gonna go bad. Don't worry. Zdrowia. Really nice. The blue one with the clam is a bit better because it's saltier. This doesn't taste like much. This tastes like a garden. This tastes like vegetable, which is super healthy, and because of the salt or less salt, it's healthier. Super cold, super nice, and it's warm day. Second of all, super healthy, which is good, and you really get a taste of, it's like a smoothie, which is really nice. It's not my favorite at all, but it's actually pretty tight, pretty delicious. You know what I'm gonna do? I have a great idea. Oh my god. Yeesh. 5%. We're gonna go in and hide this. Add Nongshim powder soup. It's gonna give it the heat and the flavor it needs. It was a bit. Listen, is it bland? No, but we're so used to products with MSG, shit like that it does taste a little bland. So yes, we're gonna be adding this, and this should be better. I'm gonna hurry up because we don't have that much battery left. There you go. There you go. Come on in, come on. How much? 3%. Well, the review's pretty much done, so I'm gonna have to go before the phone closes. My apologies. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, that's good. That is good.